and thank you for listening to Getting Hard in Nate's Backyard. On this episode, we talk with Dave and James of Exes For Eyes. Exes For Eyes is currently touring Canada in support of their new record, Tongues Like Figure Eights. Go to exesforeyes.com and buy their record for $1. They're trying to sell 1 million of them, and I wish them the best of luck. We talk about their tour, shows, where they've been, where they're going. I hope you enjoy. Thank you. Good morning. Welcome to Getting Hard in Nate's Backyard. I have Exes For Eyes here, Mr. Big James.
What's going on?
And Mr. Dave Sheldon.
G'day.
And Mrs. Nancy.
Good morning.
She's not in the band, but, you know.
She can be.
Yep. We're stealing you.
Yeah. We do need a second guitar player.
Yeah, you got a rig for her and everything.
Yeah.
Right? Just gonna make sure. James, can you talk in the mic real quick?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I don't think your switch is not on.
Oh, here we go. How about that?
There it is. There it is.
Would you look at it?
Would you look at it? I'm right here. I promise. Should we start over?
Too late now. This podcast is brought to you by righthookmics.com. Go there, buy everything. They have, we're using the metal mics for our guest. Thank you, Big James, for being the first sponsor of Getting Hard in Nate's Backyard.
Thank you for supporting the project.
Fucking A, really cool PE 55 style mic. We're using the metal mic right now. They have, what are the different models? I always fuck it up when I try to say it.
We've got the metal mic, which is the all black, classic Unidyne looking mic. They've all got that kind of Unidyne vibe to them. And we've got the Stormtrooper. It's a black and white mic, mostly white, with some black accents. We have the 3PO.
Yeah.
The new all gold mic, which is pretty awesome. And we've been rocking also the Drill Sergeant, the Army Green mic. And they're just custom badass looking microphones.
Yeah, totally.
Small production run, boutique style gear.
Fucking A, yeah. If you want to look like Elvis but a badass, that's how you do it. On the cheap too. How much are they?
They run between $130, $150. Canadian.
Yeah, right.
So, and they come in a little case. We try to make it affordable because musicians are broke, and it's just, boutique gear isn't just for people with $10,000. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You can have cool gear, at an affordable price.
Yeah.
If the manufacturer, i.e. me, isn't a greedy piece of shit.
Yeah. Consolidate the awesomeness.
Yeah.
This podcast is also brought to you by BigNateProductions.com. Hopefully you're listening to the podcast on that right now. Go check all the events. Last night was Exes For Eyes, played here in town. It was fucking crushing. If you weren't there, you're stupid. That's okay.
I think pretty much everyone was there, though. It was a pretty packed show.
Yeah, well, we had the fog, and that'll make some people just stay at home.
Yeah. And it wasn't the fog that turns people inside out. It's not the fog that turns your skin inside out.
What is that, the Muppets?
Yeah, it's from the Muppets. It's a Muppets reference.
So Big Nate Productions brings you Calgary Metalfest June 3rd through 6th.
I'll be there.
Gangster. Awesome. Go to it. It'll be awesome. Cobra and the Lotus is headlining. I love it. Some people hate it. It's awesome. Talk about it. Buy tickets. Sell tickets. Soon there will be physical tickets available. Right now you just go to the website and calgarymetalfest.com and pick up one, all, or a portion of them. So without further ado, I officially welcome Exes For Eyes. Thanks for being here, fellers.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Fuck, you guys have been driving a lot, haven't you?
Yeah.
I've been doing the bulk of the driving. And,
right.
That's a funny joke for people listening that don't know us because Dave won't let anybody else drive. He's a machine.
Yeah.
A driving, guitar-playing machine.
Fucking A.
Dishing up Riff Burgers.
Riff Burgers. Every day.
Every day.
You're
fresh,
also,
too. Dishing them out fresh.
Yeah.
You're also a mechanic, I noticed last night. That was...
Yeah.
That was Tell the listeners what happened there.
Well, the running boards on our vehicle, one of them was removed because it rotted right off. So I was like, okay, let's remove it. And
From your SUV.
yeah,
like,
from my
it's not-
SUV,
it's
from
not
my
small.
2006 Lincoln Navigator.
Yeah. But, did it really rot off, or is it just that I get it on that side?
No, it's those vehicles aren't made for Southern Ontario winters, and there's a lot of salt and beet juice extract shit that like just corrodes vehicles, and everything on my vehicle is rotting out.
Yeah.
And last night it was the last thing that could come off the vehicle that was rotten. We just kicked the shit out of it, and then now it's off, and it's in a parking lot somewhere.
Fucking A. So you guys have gone from Toronto to Vancouver and back here to Calgary in what, 5 days, 6 days?
That's actually incorrect.
Oh.
It was Toronto to Montreal to pick up James in a merch order, and then back to Toronto, and then to Guelph,
And then to Brampton.
and then to Brampton, and then Toronto. And
Oh.
that took 17 hours, and that was just a Thursday.
And then we started the tour.
So it was actually Toronto to Montreal to Vancouver, and now it's going to be back to Toronto to drop the guys off,
And then back
to
to
Montreal to drop him off, and then I go back to
We
Toronto.
still got another like 7 or 8 shows though, eh?
7 or 8 shows in about, 8 or 9 days?
Yeah, so we have 1 day off that we need to drive.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've been covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time, but that's just the nature of this band. We only have a certain amount of time where the planets can align, and all of our schedules will offer us to come out here and do this. So, we just have to get in as many shows as possible we can.
Yeah, well, the show last night was fucking awesome. You guys sounded really good. Played really well.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. The sound guy knew what he was doing.
Yeah. Fucker. BigNateProductions.com. Go to
Yeah.
Big Nate. Hire me.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the bands were fucking ripping too last night, eh?
Yeah.
Like, it His Last Words, Doberman, Triton, and then Doberman. Triton was ripping.
Some of Calgary's finest, man.
Yeah, it was good times. So, what year did Exes For Eyes form? And how so?
We started writing for the first album in late 2009. The band that I was in, band with Target, kind of just dissolved. I took about 6 months off of playing guitar. Not even 6 months off of writing or playing shows. It was just like I didn't touch a guitar for 6 months. And James and I had toured together a few times, Man with Target and Endos, and it was like we always wanted to do something together. And when the opportunity arose, it's like, okay, my schedule's free. Let's just start writing and see what happens.
Yeah.
So a few months into writing, we had tracked a couple demos. It's like, let's do this. Let's record an album. And I think it got up to like 21 demos.
Oh, yeah.
Like full production demos, like structured, everything. They were songs. They just weren't recorded super proper, and we went back and redid it. But I think we ended up recording about 14 songs for the album, and 9 made it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's a great way to work.
Yeah, it was super cool. And like I do all the recording. We just program drums. Initially, we thought it was just going to be myself and James. We were going to record an album, put it up online, and that was going to be it. And then we were like, man, this material actually kind of fucking rules. So we ended up putting a live band together with some buddies of mine from the Toronto area, and started playing shows.
That's Aaron and Graham?
Aaron and Graham, yeah. I've known Aaron.
Aaron Spink is our drummer.
Yeah, Aaron Spink, the drummer. I've known him since like 1998 or 1999. I've played in a few projects with him. And Graham Porter, the bass player, also grew up playing in the scene. I've recorded some of his older bands, and it just made sense to get these guys on board.
Yeah, Aaron's like is he a full-time session drummer? Is that like all he does?
That's his career.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
Wild.
went to Humber College for jazz performance, studied for 4 years, and I think he graduated like second in his class or something like that. He's a drum doctor.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, I'm the drum doctor.
Yeah, so that's what he does. He teaches a couple days a week. I think he actually teaches like 5 days a week. And then right after he gets off work, he goes and plays with a jazz band or a top 40 band or a country band or whatever. It's what he does for a living.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
It's the kind of guy, like, sorry to interrupt you, Nate.
That's good.
It's like you turn on Canada AM sometimes,
Yeah.
and you'll see him playing for somebody.
Yeah.
You're just like, what?
It's
They're
hilarious.
gonna abandon this guy?
Yeah.
It's hilarious to watch him play. It's funny to talk about all his jazz training because he plays traditional style, which, if people don't know, it's like the Max Weinberg way of holding your stick with your left hand is at a 90-degree angle instead of holding it straight on. So, and he cracks them like as a sound guy. I'm like, fuck, is that gonna work for metal?
Yeah.
Because you really need to crack them, and fuck, does he crack them? It's like rim shot every time. So I think that's the idea behind that. But yeah, he's fucking awesome. And Graham, he's good too. He's got rad gear too. Fucking great sound.
Yeah, he actually went to Humber 2 for I think he went for 1 or 2 years. I don't know if he was in the same program as Aaron. I don't know if they went at the same time. But they're just great musicians.
Mm-hmm.
And Graham is hands down the nicest person you'll ever meet in your life.
Yeah.
I've never met a better man.
Yeah.
He's just a nice, like, there's not a mean bone in his body.
No.
Yeah, fucking A.
You know?
He didn't even want to kick the running board off last night because he felt bad for the running board.
I don't want to hurt it, eh?
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. What's been the best show on the tour so far?
Calgary.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Vancouver
Awesome.
was close.
Yeah.
Vancouver was really good, but man, they've all been good. Some of the shows, we're hitting towns like Sault Ste. Marie. We've never played Sault Ste. Marie. We don't have no expectations.
Right.
So the fact that anyone comes out to see us is incredible.
Yeah.
So towns, we're trying to hit towns we've never hit before. We're trying to break new ground and earn new fans, and that's the whole point of doing the tour, right? So the response, the fact that anybody's showing up, especially in towns we haven't played before, is just amazing.
Yeah.
So, and towns where we have played before, like Vancouver and Calgary, you start to see and Thunder Bay, you start to see the bigger crowds. And
Thunder Bay's a crusher for you guys?
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's putting it mildly.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Thunder Bay's a good town.
Like,
They
is
love
the
their metal.
turnout big?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, there's a good turnout every time there. The scene's got a really good promoter, and they got a really good venue to work with, and for as long as that lasts, I think the shows will be there. It'll be good.
Yeah, fuck. I wish every town had that, eh?
Yeah, me too.
Fuck.
Me
Seems
too.
hard to find nowadays.
It is.
Having everything match up like that.
Yeah.
So you guys are touring in support of Tongues Like Figure Eights. Can you tell the people what the hell happened here? I should preface it a little more. You guys don't have physical copies of the record. So yeah.
So strictly
Tell
digital
everybody why.
release.
Yeah.
The idea behind it, we had the album done for a while. We kind of showed it to a few people. Nobody was biting.
Like
So
labels, you mean?
Yeah, there was no real interest in releasing the record. So we figured, well, we've been doing it on our own for so long. Why don't we just keep doing it on our own? And one night on tour in Thunder Bay, sat down discussing how we're going to release the record and how we want to do it. There's so many, there's no real industry standard anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's gotta...
Some people swear by vinyls. Some bands are going back to audio cassettes. Some bands just strictly digital. Some bands still put out CDs. Some bands do all of those things. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of different ways to put out a record right now if you're an independent artist. And so we started to talk about how we wanted to do it. And Dave came up with the idea of, putting it out for an affordable price, since we don't have any overhead really. We recorded ourselves.
Yeah.
We have no management to pay, no agents to pay, no label to take a cut.
Yeah.
We have nobody else to pay. So if we were paying all those people, we'd only be making out about $1 an album, maybe.
Yeah.
So Dave said, well, why don't we just sell it for $1 and make what we were making if we were paying all those people, and just make it accessible and affordable. And then, spitballing it a bit, we came up with the idea of trying to sell 1 million of them.
Yeah, right.
And, set a goal so that we can, get people behind the idea of a new business model for independent artists, and use that as a tool to promote the record.
Yeah. And that's called the Platinum Project.
That's right. Yeah. The idea being, you know, if we could sell 1 million records, we could go platinum. And when we put out the album in late 2014, you know, there was nobody really had gone platinum at that point. Taylor Swift, you know, I think right at the buzzer in 2014, a couple other bands went platinum.
And like the Frozen soundtrack.
Yeah, but that's like a, you know, a soundtrack
compilation. Yeah,
compilation of multiple bands.
I think there was Ariana Grande, and there was like a country band or something like that. Yeah.
Who the fuck is Ariana Grande?
So by the end of the year, I think there was 3 or 4 different artists or groups that managed to hit the goal.
That's it. So I mean, I think the idea of giving it a goal, and you know, the idea is we'd like to show the world that, you know, independent music, you know, has a leg to stand on. You can do it. You know, people want to pay for music. You know, they do want to pay for it.
Yeah.
You know?
But they want to give it to the band.
Exactly.
They don't want to give it to a bunch of faceless business.
Exactly.
dicks.
I mean, and you know what? You realize that when you look at bands like Protest the Hero, who did a crowdfunding campaign, essentially just setting up pre-sale for their most recent album, and it was extremely successful.
Yeah.
I mean, when I saw that, it's like, well, it's very clear to me that people want to support the band and pay for the music. They don't, you know, there's always going to be people who pirate it. You know, even at our level, there's piracy. You know, the album was out for 2 days before it got pirated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
It's like Russia.
Yeah, and we were selling it for $1. So imagine, you know, but I mean,
Fucking Scrooge is on the internet like, I'm stealing it.
Yeah, that's it. So, I mean, you know, there's been a lot of, I think, misconception, you know, that we're trying to set straight with every interview. That, you know, this isn't like us sticking it to the man. This is just us trying to make the best of being an independent musician. There's no labels kicking down our door. If they were, we talk to them. I would love a huge advance and to open on a package tour and, you know, to, you know, get some sort of development deal. I would love that. You know what I mean? It's not happening. So, you know, we had to make do and figure out how we could, you know, just wring a little bit of success out of this fucking shit. And, you know, this is what we chose, and it's worked really well.
The line is so long now. It seems it's like everybody. They have so many bands to choose from and all this shit. Like they don't want to fucking touch anybody unless they're like fucking making money huge already. Yeah, they like, come in and just hawk it.
That's it. Like Dave said, like why would you? You know, it's hard enough to make them spend $10 on their favorite band. Yeah. So like, why would they spend $10 on a band that barely floats on their radar, right? So, you know, but $1, you know, a lot of people, even if they didn't really dig our band, they wanted to support the project, the idea behind it, and there's a lot of people who really did like the music, genuinely liked it, and they learned about us through the project. So we sold more records than we've ever sold.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'll never forget when Orrin Isaacs was like he retweeted, he posted on Facebook. He's like, "You're my new favorite metal band." I was like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, the best bass player in Canada is like, pretty cool, man. Yeah, like that's. So to get it from that angle too, to get like, I mean,
there's a lot of bigger artists that are supporting it. Jamie Jasta from Hatebreed.
Yeah, right. You know, he mentioned it on his podcast.
And unprompted. This is the best part. Is that, you know, these people are just getting behind it without us being like, "Hey, can you? Can you give us a shout out on your podcast?" Hey, you just like, "Can I play one of your songs on the podcast?" Yeah. Dave was like, "Yes."
Yes. So he asked you?
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
Is that all you have to do?
Put out a record and
no, I mean like
that kicks a whole ass.
To put music on a podcast, is you just got
you have to. There's like a verbal agreement for I think it's called like O Gratis or something like. Yeah, it's like as long as you give the person permission as the artist, if you're giving the person running the podcast permission to play it for free, that's all it is a verbal agreement.
Okay, perfect, good. That's what I've been doing.
So we give you permission to play any of our songs that you'd like.
Yeah, fucking A. I was gonna Google that here in a second. We'll have a coffee break because we're doing this in the middle of the day, which is weird. I've never done a podcast in the middle of the day. I probably sound like shit. I haven't had my 19 cigarettes yet to wake up. So obviously that helps to tour because it's so goddamn expensive to tour in Canada. So selling... You guys you said you've sold more records than you ever have in your whole life. Yeah. That's pretty awesome. I mean, I'm not trying to get a number out of you, but
no. I mean, that's
I don't think anybody.
The numbers aren't even important at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like who the fuck is selling that many records?
Yeah,
yeah, nobody.
And what is it to be gold or platinum in Canada? Do you remember how many?
In Canada, I think platinum has now been stripped down to like.
We should go to Google. I don't want to say anything that we're not right about. I can't remember. It's different in every country.
It is.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's also different for physical versus digital too. There's different restrictions.
Yeah, we'll pull it up on the Google machine and
the internet machine.
because the reason I bring it up is because it seems like you guys might be able to go platinum in Canada.
There's
a chance that you could hit it. You know,
there's obstacles though.
Yeah, there's monetary obstacles that just so that labels releasing new music, now you can go buy this album digitally for $2 or for $1 or whatever. Like we're trying to do that. That's what we were trying to do. But for a major label to launch an artist and instantly go platinum, I mean,
defeats the purpose of the platinum rating,
Yeah, on a major scale, right? Yeah. So for us, a band that completely independent, floating super low on everybody's radar, for us to achieve that goal, it's like even though it's $1, it would be still it would still be really cool, but it would kind of shallow that. It would make that pool a little bit more shallow and more easily obtainable for those major label artists if it was less than $3. I think was it $3.50?
$3.49.
$3.49. Yeah.
Who comes up with those numbers?
Fuck, I know.
Yeah. Like some
Scrooge.
fucking dweeb is like, hey, $3.49.
Yeah, no, Scrooge. It's the same guy that's stealing your record.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna make it $3.49. Just to fuck these guys.
Yeah.
It's 80,000.
80,000 records.
Yeah.
To go platinum in Canada?
To go platinum in Canada.
Yeah.
That's digital download?
That says albums.
Albums, 80,000.
Yeah.
Digital download single,
And
80,000.
I think gold is 40 now.
Yes.
Fuck, man. I mean, that would be cool to become like the Ric Flair of the music industry, where you're like this self-proclaimed. We're self-proclaimed platinum.
Totally. Like, I'll wear like just a shitty fake platinum chain, and it's just like a small CD.
Flavor Flav,
yeah. Spray a record with some silver paint.
Yeah.
Give it to yourself. With 40,000 ringtones.
Oh shit!
Whoa!
Here we go, boys.
Changing the game. I wonder if we can sell those for 10 cents.
Probably.
Let's just do it.
Let's do it.
Fucking A. I'm gonna grab a coffee and we're gonna play a tune. What tune should we play? Off the new record.
Let's play Remember Savannah. It's my favorite song.
Okay. Yeah, here we go. We'll be right back.
So you know your life is not just another test.
Oh, fuck. That was Remembering Savannah by Exes For Eyes.
Yeah.
What's that song about?
It's about my best friend. Spending some time in Savannah, Georgia, and just going on vacation and then not wanting to go home. So he just didn't go home. He just quit
He's still in Canada on the loose, or what?
No, he went down to Savannah, Georgia with his lady, and they didn't want to go home. They were having too good of a time, so they quit their jobs and stayed on
In
vacation.
Georgia?
For quite a while longer, until the money ran out and they had to go home. But they just threw it all to the wind and just stayed, Awesome. And I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Because what are you going to remember? You're going to remember, that time you went home back to your job, or are you going to remember the cool shit you did?
Yeah, exactly. You don't ever remember that time you played it safe, and
Exactly.
that one time I went home early and nothing happened.
Well, it's funny, like
Missed all the fun.
the lyrical concepts of this album have really, I guess, for the last year, like for the people that don't know, James actually was the first person to record his keeper tracks on the record. He recorded the demos.
Oh, nice.
So we've had the lyrics and the vocal performances recorded for a really long time, and I've been listening to these lyrics for over a year and a half now.
Yeah.
And my personal situation at home with work and all that kind of stuff, we've been going back and forth for months, like what do I do? Like I've got this job and I want to do recording full time and I want to do music full time. Like this is what I want. So just following suit with the lyrical concepts of the record and stuff, I just 4 days before we left on tour, I quit my job.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. And I get married in June.
Gangster.
Fuck a day job.
Dude, I fucking did that in 2004, and it was the best fucking thing I ever did.
You never
in my
look
life.
back, man.
No,
That's it.
fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a rich road at
Doesn't
all.
matter.
I did
Doesn't
my
matter.
taxes. I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Poor wife. But, yeah, no, I mean, it's the best. Do you want to have just enough money for it to be super annoying where you get taxed to fuck and you don't have any money anyways and you hate your life? Or do you want to do something fucking awesome that you love doing and still not have enough money?
That's just it.
As long as you can survive.
Yeah.
So, Dave, you recorded all this. Where is your studio? What's it called? What do you... Yeah.
The name of the studio is constantly changed. So is the location.
Nice. That's like mine.
Yeah.
Get Hard Studio.
Yeah.
You're in Get Hard Studios
Yeah.
right now.
It's always evolving. It's always changing. For the last 3 years, it's been at my house. I converted my basement,
Cool.
did some soundproofing, some structural stuff, and so for the last little bit, the working title has been Dark Side Sound.
Cool.
I'm a Star Wars fanboy. So as I said, the location is constantly changing. When I go back home, since I've quit my job, I'm going to be partnering up with a buddy in the Toronto area, and we're going to be leasing 2,600 square feet of commercial space.
Oh, shit.
And we're building stuff. As soon as I get back, we start building.
Fucking right.
Yeah.
It's good for you, man.
Yeah, so we're going to be building all through April and probably the first 2 weeks in May, and the idea is halfway through May, very latest June 1st, we're going to have the doors open, and it's going to be...
right on, man. I've been trying to do that out here, but they think this is fucking Abu Dhabi or something. They charge fucking real estate through the roof.
Yeah, no doubt.
So it's fucking impossible to do anything as a small business person. But with the whole first and last, it's like, yeah, 10 grand for 2,500 square feet. You're like, what the fuck? Anyways, that's my shitty complaint about Calgary.
Yeah.
You guys are what do you use? Like what DAW do you use?
I've been a Pro Tools nerd since 2004.
Okay, yeah. Cool.
Before that, I was using Sonar, and it was cool. I did the first couple records in bands that I was working with, and other bands using the Sonar stuff with Presonus interfaces. And then in 2004. I interned at a studio for about a year, and they had a Pro Tools HD3 setup, like 3 192 interfaces.
Yeah.
Still running a Power Mac G5.
Gangster.
All the Excel and core cards and all that kind of stuff. But it was somebody else's setup. The guy had a ton of money, had the best gear in the world, and I just learned how to do stuff on that. When I stopped interning at the studio and then went back and looked at my setup with my crummy computer and my, entry level PreSonus interface. I was like, okay, time to step up my game. So in 2005, I bought an 002. And
those ain't cheap, are they?
Brand new with the factory. There was a factory bundle with more plugins and all that kind of shit. Came with your iLock and a whole bunch of other plugins. It was like $1,400 in 2005,
and that's just a stereo left right, isn't it? That's not like is the 002
the 002 you can't do 5.1.
Yeah, like it's just but it's just two lines. Like you can't record 12 or 14.
No, you can. It's got 4 mic pre's, 4 line ins, and then it's got 8-at light pipe in.
Oh, okay.
So combined with my PreSonus Digimax unit, which that's an 8-channel light pipe preamp, I can do 16 off the floor.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
right,
and I very rarely do I need to go over like 12 or 13 for a drum kit. Like I'll close mic some toms. My big thing right now is ribbon mics in the room, and I compress the hell out of them just to get like the bigness and the stereo image of things, and then I just bring the close mics up to it. I didn't do that for our record for Tongues Like Figure Eights. It's just something that I've been doing, I'd say, for the last year. All the stuff Tongues Like Figure Eights, it's actually a blend of acoustic drums and reinforced samples, because Aaron's a very dynamic player. He does like with that jazz background, a lot of the stuff just to keep time. His ghost notes are they're like his snare drum is almost always going, unless he's going for the big power snare stuff. But we needed those dynamics in the toms, the snare, like everything that was close mic, there was dynamic, like little ghost note things that needed to be heard. So I couldn't just replace everything to have it bang with other metal albums. It's like you get the guys in Periphery putting an album out and it sounds like crazy good production, but those guys are dropping thousands and thousands of dollars into studio like insane. And I've got my 002 set up in my basement. So we went with both.
Get gangster.
We went with acoustic drums and reinforced them with samples, and I think it turned out pretty fucking cool.
Sounds like garbage. JK.
Really cool garbage.
Just kidding.
No, it's fucking great. How many man hours you figure you got in that fucker?
Quite a bit.
Over 100?
Yeah, I'm my own worst enemy when it comes to mixing. I'd send something to James and he'd be like, "Oh, that sounds wicked," and then I'd remix it, and then I'd send it to him. I think
not good enough.
Yeah, by the time everything was said and done, I recorded the guitars, like a left and right guitar, rhythm guitar for the album on 3 different occasions. Because settings weren't matched up. Like I did 3 songs here, 3 songs, and by the end of it, it's like, okay, I'm going to go back and redo these, and then I got a new amp head, and it's like, okay, I'm going to use this amp head on it. Remixed the album 4 times. Like I just one of the worst things, and you can probably feel my pain when you're recording your own band. It's like having access to those files and those sessions, you're always tweaking stuff. It haunts your fucking dreams. Like you wake up in the middle of the night and run into the other room and move something by 0.5 dB and then go back to bed and you feel comfortable. Like it's maybe you don't.
Better. I'm better now.
Yeah, I can actually sleep, but that's what it is, and it's been that way since 2005 when I first got my first home setup.
Yeah, cool. Fucking A. Yeah, no, recording's definitely a thing. It's,
it's definitely
doing your
a thing.
own band is really fucked. It's really fucked. I don't know if I'd do it again. I think I might get somebody else to do it just for fun. Just to have that one experience one time.
Yeah. I don't even know what it would be like to not record with Dave.
Well, that's what I mean too. Like
with, at least with Exes For Eyes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've done so much work with him in my other band as well that it's like, it's just weird. We're so comfortable tracking with one another. Yeah. It's just like we've got a really good flow when we work together.
Yeah.
We could bang out 3-4 songs vocally in a day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Easily.
We're already demoing stuff for the next record.
That's killer.
Yeah.
I like the tracking it and then giving it to somebody else. That's nice. For me. Yeah. Because then usually when I go into the studio, it's so damn expensive that we packaged a bunch of time with Stab Twist Pull. And so we just tracked, and then it was all sent out to be to be done. Tracking is my favorite part because that's where it's like really whip people, shit like that, and like make sure their performances are crushed and stuff. I used a couple of these mics, like these two mics, like you were talking about for room mics on the Stab Twist Pull record and the Kaioctus record.
Yeah. We've been listening to the Stab Twist Pull record on this tour, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. Like I put them, way far back in the room and just right
Compress
next to each other. And, just left, right, that Slayer, that bitch, and it was fucking pretty. I was very surprised how good they sounded.
Cool.
Like they reminded me of a ribbon mic, even though they're not.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. They are low heavy mics, and they sound really good in front of a kick drum. Like really good, really good in front of the kick drum. You don't have to use a sub kick.
Never the intended purpose of the microphone itself, but it was just meant to be a kind of a high gain, thick low end, vocal mic for performance in a loud environment, But people have been getting really cool results using them in studio for a variety of things.
Yeah,
fucking nice.
Here we are using them as broadcast microphones.
Yeah. Well, monks invented champagne, so I don't think they were trying to do that.
Yeah.
They were trying to make some kind of anti-booze. This will make you...
That's their story, anyway.
Yeah, this will make you more sober.
I'm so sober right now.
So you guys are playing Edmonton tonight.
Yeah.
Where at?
Rendezvous Pub.
Fucking A. Who you playing with? Do you recall off the top of your head?
I don't remember.
Dead Cold, yeah. The Dead Cold.
I'm glad you guys remember. I can't keep track.
Him and Aaron Spink can fucking have a muscle off.
Yeah, muscle drumsticks.
Oh my god. Andrew's fucking huge. He's like a trainer. He's fucking massive. Cool. Yeah. So only a 3-hour drive today.
Yeah.
Awesome. Shortest drive so far of the tour.
Awesome.
Yeah. No, I bet that feels
it'll
like
be an easy one for me to do today. I think. I think I could pull off this drive.
Oh, okay. Appraise the Peril. Surrender to Reason. The Dead Cold and Exes For Eyes. Oh.
Die Upon a Day.
And Die Upon a Day. Headlining. Cool.
Sweet.
Yeah, this is the one show on this tour we're not headlining.
And did I see you put it sold out?
It's just about sold out. The promoter called us last night and told us that while I was eating donair, he was like, "Hey, buddy, this is pretty much sold out. So let people know to show up early, because we're not there to sell tickets to our own fans, right?" So he's like, "There's been a lot of pre-sale, and the locals have all been selling tickets. So he's like, it's pretty well sold out. So anybody that wants to come see you guys that doesn't have a ticket should get there early."
Yeah, no, that's fucking sweet.
Yeah, it's all right. I like when that happens.
Yeah, no doubt. It always helps when there's a lot of people that are losing their mind.
Yeah.
Makes it easier to play.
What's been the shittiest show? You don't have to say the town, maybe, but, well, maybe. What's been the shittiest show on the tour?
They've all been fun. I don't really know.
Yeah.
We haven't really had a bad show.
No.
Good. Yeah, fucking A.
Yeah,
I think all these years of touring might be doing something, James.
Yeah, it might be.
Maybe we're developing a whole country.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey, Russia, you need some development over there? Fly us in. Give us some of that fucking Putin money.
Yeah, I'll take it. It's like
we'll set up all your shows in Siberia.
We're gonna fly in fucking 747s full of gay people though. We're gonna fucking give that town a fucking a good makeover. Yeah,
party.
Right, we'll fucking just party at the Kremlin. Fucking.
Yeah, damn it. Well, when you're head of the KGB, you can do whatever you want. Snuff out all opposition. So when does the tour end again?
I think the last show is March 28th in Ajax, which is my hometown. Actually, myself, Graham, and Aaron were all from the Ajax, city of Ajax. There's some town of Ajax? It might be a full-blown city now. I don't know. I think it's got over 100,000. Mm-hmm. Yeah. When we first moved there in 1995, it had like 55,000 people. Mm. And now it's 2015, and it's doubled in population. Insane. And like, there's borders that are already set up, like there's towns in front of it, behind it, all around it, and it's just exploded.
Does that have anything to do with Sum 41?
Maybe. Could definitely.
Well,
Did you ever see that guy?
You think Nappany would have blown up with Avril Lavigne? You know,
Yeah, right.
Nappany didn't blow up.
You ever see that guy?
Not really.
Do you know him?
No, not Derek, but Dave, their old guitar player on
Brown
Bugs
Sound.
with, and all of
Oh,
their.
he's not in the band anymore?
No, he left in like 2009, I think.
What?
Yeah, he's in a punk band now called Black Cat Attack, and
Oh.
they're constantly touring.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they're actually a really good band. It's not exactly like horror punk, but it's pretty good. Well, no, I think it is. It is horror punk, isn't it?
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah,
Awesome.
good band. But they're like all their families still live there, and they've all got like all the moms went out and got some 41 license plates and shit. Like, so you see their moms like at the grocery store, and you're like, "Yo, what's up, Roxy?"
Derek's my boy.
Yeah,
Oh, that's wild.
yeah. But I mean,
Is that a sign of like if you've made it, like your mom gets recognized at the grocery store?
yeah, I think it is.
That's happened to my parents. They got recognized at the grocery store.
Well, you've made them internet celebrities, basically, by harassing them on the internet.
I can scream at my mother. Film it.
So, what's the deal with NDOS, James? You better tell everybody because they want to know. They're all fucking weirded out.
Yeah, they're weirded out.
Let's start it by saying that it has nothing to do with Exes For Eyes.
Yeah. Separate. Put
Yeah.
a separation in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to ask. You guys are doing some final shows.
Yeah, after this run of dates with Exes For Eyes, I go home, start rehearsals. We're whipping out a whole bunch of old material, so I have to relearn a bunch of songs. And then we got 3 final shows. One in Montreal, one in Ajax, and one in Hamilton. And if I could have, I would have done a whole last tour.
Yeah.
But it wasn't in the cards. But, I mean, Pepe, our guitar player's departure, he had his own reasons for leaving the band. We were going to keep going without him. Which was a weird thing because he's been there pretty much since the beginning.
Yeah.
And
So it just felt weird.
felt weird, and the kind, we were all kind of dragging our feet trying to find a replacement because it's kind of a daunting task. Pepe's shoes are big shoes to fill. He's an entertainer and he's a great player, and so we were struggling with that, and right about the time where I was like, well, I'm gonna buckle down and start reaching out to some guitar players. That day I got a phone call that from my other guitar player Chris and my brother saying that Ryan, our bass player, had quit.
Fuck.
So he's like, I seen you've been working all day on the band, but maybe you should just stop because we don't really know what's going on right now. Ryan, when he spoke on the phone, he was just like, I think it's just time for me to do other things, and trying to let us down easy. You know what I mean?
Right.
But and then when that happened, it was like Chris was like, well, the idea of finding a new guitar player and a new bass player is kind of daunting, and I'm tired, and I don't really feel the spark anymore, and I kind of want to settle down with my lady, as the story goes.
Mm-hmm.
So when that happened, and that was it,
Yeah.
Chris was the final domino. And so Steve, our drummer, he's a poor guy. He's only been in the band for a year, and just getting his momentum, and finding his stride with the band. And then, we're calling it a day. He's super bummed. I'm super bummed because, unlike the other guys in the band, I structure my entire life around
Yeah.
being in a shitty independent band.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
my life is designed for this. I don't have a significant other at home.
It takes that dedication to get anywhere.
Well, that's it. I've quit a billion jobs. I don't care. I finally found a way with these microphones to be self-employed, and actually the touring kind of facilitates the sale of these microphones. So
Yeah, right. Yeah.
it's everything is geared around the touring and the band for me. And that's not the case for the other guys. So I'm super bummed, and I'm looking for a new gig. So if you know anybody that's looking for a heavy set singer,
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't want to pull you away from where you are, but if you move out here, let's just start a band called Fat and get it over with and be huge overnight.
huge
Literally.
overnight. Yes.
Well, or just stay there. We'll figure out to jam on Skype or something.
Yeah. I mean, Exes For Eyes is, I would love to make this a 100% full-time gig. I don't know if that's in the cards right now, but I'm not going to give up on Exes For Eyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I would,
Well, you guys
I
are
would like
doing
to-
it, so
we're doing
can't.
it. Yeah. So, I mean, it's just, it's one of those things where I just want to make sure I'm busy. So
Not that my opinion matters, but I think you guys pulled the pin too early, and I hope you get back together.
I agree 1,000%, and I hope we do get back together.
I mean, I know how guys are, and it'll be like a year, and it's like, fuck, I need to fucking play guitar. I mean, if I don't fucking jam, it is 10 times worse than not getting laid.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck, 10 times. Like, ask my wife.
Totally.
He's a grouchy asshole, and he doesn't practice.
Oh, totally. That's exactly what it is. And honestly, it's something that, I've invested my entire adult life into doing Endost. So
Yeah.
it's a weird feeling, not really knowing what I'm going to fucking do.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to have so much free time, like, without practicing 3-4 times a week. Like, what am I going to do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like all those nights of the week. I'm like, well, now what? It's supposed to be a practice.
Yeah.
So the month of May is going to be a weird month.
Yeah.
Close friends of mine that might not be super close with James, like it was awkward timing, like with the release of the Platinum Project, how well it started doing, and then Endos making the announcement. It was like, oh, crazy, James is leaving Endos to do and that
There was
wasn't
a lot of that.
Yeah, that wasn't that's what I was referring to, like before we started this segment kind of thing. It was like it had nothing to do with X's at all.
Yeah, you weren't like sending threatening letters to people or anything.
Like I'm
quit.
I'm one of their biggest supporters. Like I've recorded with them. I go out to the shows. Like,
You filled in on guitar once.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So like there's definitely a long-standing history, and like we've toured the East Coast together with my old band, and I'm a huge supporter. So it had nothing to do with
this band or the Platinum Project.
And also super bummed, and hope that they do something again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, these last few shows, we're gonna we're gonna record them with the help of Dave. He's gonna come out and do get us a proper recording of every show, and we're gonna film them all, and we'll put out some sort of free digital release, video, audio release, so people can at least have one last thing, and we can get Steve on an official recording.
Yeah.
So,
have you ever thought of like just, I mean, whatever, but has the concept ever, I'm sure it's crossed your mind, but have you put any thought into just hiring guys for the road?
Man,
there's probably no way you could do that.
There's no way I could do that. Honestly, Chris, my brother Chris, plays guitar in the band.
Yeah.
It's his project.
Yeah.
And he started it out of high school. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm not even the first singer. He had another singer before. He had Paul Zine from Blackguard.
Yeah, right.
And so he was the original singer. He's actually going to be performing a couple of songs of this at the last show. Yeah. So, cool. And we're bringing in like some of the old members to do the final shows.
Sweet.
It's going to be cool. But I mean, without Chris, there's no Endost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't, it's also like, we're not a huge band. You know what I mean? I think we're well known in Canada, but we're not a huge band. And you look at a band like Chimera, where the singer of that band held on for so long. He was the only original member. He was hiring guys too.
Yeah.
And it was kind of, all the metal news sites were like, bro, maybe you should give it up. Yeah,
like you just kind of become a
laughing
facsimile of yourself.
That's it, So it's like, without those guys who wrote the songs, there's no point, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, fair enough. Because it is all about that bro love on the road. And
it is, man.
Too.
And honestly, man, Chris and I have been playing music for so long together that it's really, it's weird just being on the road without him with Exes For Eyes. We've shared the stage, well over 1,300 times at this point.
Holy fuck. That's how many shows you guys have done?
Almost 1,400 shows.
That is fucked up, man. That's fucking nuts.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Well, that's what you guys are known for. Like, it's funny. At the show last night, I was like, "Oh, Big James of Endos, they fucking tour all the time." I was like, "Yeah, they do."
People think we're
like you guys did a lot of American touring, didn't you? Did a couple big loops.
We did a couple of big, like 3-month-long North American tours, and
fuck.
And then even when we're the first few years we were doing it, like 2005, 2006, 2007, we were playing like well over 200 shows a year. Each of those years. So, like, the bulk of these shows we played were in the first 4 or 5 years.
Right.
Because even when we weren't on tour, we were going out every week, and doing 3 or 4 shows. So it's like every week we were just like, leave work, get in the van, go play a show. Like, we were always going.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many jobs I had. Like, day jobs between those tours. It's like, You just go in, make a few bucks, leave, quit. Going on tour, see you later.
Yeah, isn't that kind
You know?
of satisfying though to tell them
That's
to
the
blow it up
best.
their ass? Like,
Man,
you're like,
I used to be like, I've had a couple of really good jobs that I didn't want to quit.
Yeah.
Then I lied to them, hoping that they wouldn't find out I was in a band. Like a piece of shit. I'm like, I'm a liar. Take me back, you know. But it does. At the end of the day, it didn't matter because I was doing what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, the people think we're lying about the number of shows we played because it just seems so astronomical. It's like we, talking about it during the 10th anniversary run tour we did. At that point, we played about 1,300 shows, and people, we were announcing that because it's something we're proud of.
Yeah.
It's like there were days, in the early days especially, we were doing 2 shows a day. We do an Ologies and then a bar show. You know what I mean? Like I kept track of every gig I ever booked.
Wild, yeah.
And a guy like, well, I don't want to name names, but there's I've already named his name on another podcast, but a musician that I looked up to for a lot of years emailed me and was like, "You're full of shit." And I'm like, man,
Really?
go fuck yourself.
What?
Politely, I was like, well, I explained to him what I just explained to you, that like, yeah, the bulk of it was in the early days when I didn't have responsibilities. You know what I mean? Or none of us did. So we were able to go out. 2006, we did 263 shows. In 2006.
Well, and where you are, geographically, you can do that. You could go hit, Hamilton, Ajax, blah blah blah.
Yeah, you can do. Southern Ontario is amazing for that.
Yeah, like
You
out
can hit,
here, it's like, go to Red Deer.
Well, you're lucky that you at least have that.
Westbridge.
But BC is good for that kind of stuff too. You can do tons of dates in BC.
There's hippies there though.
Yeah, there's a lot of days. Come out of there.
I'm
do a
scared
run of
of
9 dates in BC and you come out smelling like patchouli. What happened? Patchouli and beeswax. His beard is dreaded.
Fat Mike made me hobophobic.
Yep.
So, Dave, can you tell the people a little bit about your Annihilator history? You were in Annihilator for a while.
Yeah. 2007 and 2008, went to Europe a handful of times.
Playing bass, right?
Yeah, playing bass. It was an opportunity that a friend of a friend was like, do you want to go do this? Because, I got the offer and I can't do it, so you should go fucking do it.
Fuck, wow.
And there was an inner battle where it's like, man, it's halfway through my work season. I had this seasonal job where I work my ass off for 8 months, and then I've got 4 months to just do music stuff, record bands, all that kind of stuff. And I've been doing that for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And it was halfway through the work season, and I was leaving these guys high and dry. And the guy that got me the job, he's one of my best friends, and it was like, man, I have to go do this.
Yeah,
It's you're leaving halfway through the season. That's not cool, man.
Well, opportunity only knocks once in a while. Fuck.
Yeah. So, after a few conversations, everybody was super cool, and 2 years later, they actually let me come back and work for the company again, which in this thing that you sign, there's if you leave mid-season, you're never working for us again because you're a dick kind of thing.
Yeah.
But they let me back, and I've been doing that again for the last 5 years, until 4 days ago or whatever. Yeah, but I didn't leave mid-season, so I've got it as a fail-safe if the studio shit fails miserably.
You can find Dave on the live DVD.
Yeah, the Masters of Rock 2008.
Playing to a ridiculous
30,000 people on the grounds of a distillery. They do plum brandy in the Czech Republic.
Holy fuck! I heard the Czech Republic's the best.
They
have quarter beers and shit.
Yeah, it was insane to have this plum brandy on tap. They sent us home with these collector bottles.
Juice.
Yeah, they sent us home with collector bottles. Of this plum brandy, and I remember showing my dad. He's like, "Oh, that's wicked. Let's drink it." this is a fucking trophy. It's this is. He's like, "Well, you get to keep the bottle. Let's drink what's inside of it." Yeah. It's like, okay,
Same kind of thing happened to us when we were touring in Brandon, but it was barley wine.
Yeah.
It was this big jug.
Brandon, Manitoba barley wine.
Yeah,
pass on
so
that.
Funny.
Thanks.
Well, no, I tried, and this guy was like, "No, you gotta try it." And I'm like, it was practically in the jug with the X's on.
Yeah,
and it's like
you're gonna go blind.
But then I tried it, and I was like, "Fuck, this is good." Awesome. He's like, "You're gonna have the rest of glug glug glug."
But yeah, that was a really cool experience, man. I learned
You didn't just do the one show. You did like the whole festival circuit.
Couple of European runs.
Yeah, did a couple fly-ins, did some festivals, Greece, Czech Republic, toured all of Europe. Like it was a blast, and it was an educational.
Never more open for you.
Yeah, that was that was insane.
Whoa!
We played the MMD festival in Greece in 2008. That was March 2008, and Nevermore was on before us. I was like, what fucking bizarre world am I in right now? But that's the kind of fan base that Annihilator has over there. Like, you know, when they don't really play North America at all. They'll do a few nowadays. They do a few warm-up shows at Mavericks in Ottawa, and the place is sold out.
Right.
But when they tour Europe, like they're playing to thousands of people, man. Like they you know, those songs, like Waters has like 14 albums now.
Yeah, I got to meet him. He was flying around for the Vakken thing.
Yeah,
he was, I think, like recording something for a DVD they're doing or something.
Yeah,
fuck, he's a nice guy.
Yeah,
like he's a really cool, down to earth.
Yeah,
seems to be nice dude.
Yeah, and he's. You know, I think some people have kind of maybe caught him on a bad day sometimes, but what it comes down to is like he's been there doing it since like 1984. Yeah, is when the first Annihilator demos came out. Like he's seen it all. He's seen. It's like you know, like when the computer first came out, kind of thing, and it's like no. I'm referencing that. It's like, you know, he's seen this thing come and go and come back again, kind of thing. You know, like it's got to be absolutely insane for him, but like he's been there, he's seen it, he's done it all, he's got the T-shirt, you know, and some people don't understand that, and that's what I think it is. You know, it's
for sure. I mean, it would be fucking annoying to be famous. Yeah, like, you know, to constantly. I mean, it's annoying when people are like, "You're tall."
Yeah,
like,
yeah. So imagine that, like,
super annoying.
Imagine that, like 100 times a day, and all that kind of stuff. Like, you know, but he's a super rad dude. He taught me a lot. My first tour was on a nightliner going across Europe. You know, like
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah. So I mean, I learned what to do on tour. I learned what not to do on tour. All that kind of stuff. It was.
And you're still friends with those guys.
Yeah,
right?
totally.
We had Mr. Padden out in Vancouver.
Yeah, Dave Padden, singer for Annihilator, did our Faith No More cover "Collision" with us.
Oh yeah,
at the Media Club.
Killed it too.
Yeah,
that's pretty
crazy.
That's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Well, the brushes with greatness.
Yeah.
You just got to keep brushing up against them, and we'll be there.
Yeah.
They'll let us in the party one night, and then fucking then it's over.
Man, you know what? Fuck all that. Man, we're doing our own thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're out here doing it.
Yeah,
you know?
And we're not selling drugs.
We're not selling drugs.
Like, isn't that fucking amazing?
Yeah,
that's what's really fucked up.
We're getting by without selling drugs, and believe me, I've thought about it. I've thought about it.
Yeah,
I don't do drugs, so it'd be so easy to sell them. You know, but you know, it's we're getting by, and I'm too busy. You know what? I'm too busy just doing what I do to worry about like what other people are doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm just saying it. I think it'll come. You know, like by us doing that, like, I'm just breathing heavy. But I think just running into these people and stuff, like, it's good.
It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt.
We're leaving stains on them.
Oh shit. Well, I think on that note,
get off my leg.
I bid you guys safe travels in your
sir.
travels, and thanks a lot for. Sort of. Well, I'm going to call the podcast Nate's Knitting Party now.
Cool.
I think usually JL's sitting in here knitting.
Right on.
Because iTunes sucks.
We can. We've had a few late night Skypes. You guys hanging out in here knitting.
Yeah.
When I've got my tiny hat on.
Gotta love it.
Yep.
So thanks a lot for being here. Thanks for Getting Hard in Nate's backyard. Much appreciated. So go to the rendezvous tonight. This fucker is going to be up in like 2 or 3 hours. So
yeah.
Once you listen to this, go to the show. Buy all their shit. They're sold out of merch, so you're fucked.
Yeah, so now you have to buy the album off our website, exesforeyes.com.
Yeah, go to exesforeyes.com, buy that goddamn album for $1. Buy 10 of them, and then give them to your friends.
Yep. Please do that.
You can
If
do
people-
that,
if
right? You
people-
can fire it off
Yeah.
to people.
Yeah.
Totally.
No, a few people did that too, didn't they?
Yeah.
Bought, like,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
There was one guy who was like, "How can I buy 100?" And we set it up specifically so you have to buy them one at a time. So like, I was like, "Man, you can't," because we didn't want people to think we're cheating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you
Right.
have to buy it one at a time. So if you want to buy 100, that's cool. You just got to click a whole lot of times. You know what I mean? But
That's sweet.
yeah.
Or you could just give them money somehow. Just fire some money to their PayPal account.
Yeah,
To a-
that also works.
if you want to give them like $1,000, just fire that shit right
I
over.
won't say no.
Yeah.
Yeah, get a hold of them on the website. Yeah, so I think should we play another tune?
Let's have Nancy pick a song.
Oh. Too much pressure.
You can pick
Nancy's
anyone.
crushing under the pressure
Yeah.
of DJing. I always say at work I'm not a fucking DJ, I'm a sound guy. Which one? Oh.
Yeah.
My life versus your vacation, motherfucker.
Oh, that's a good one.
What is that? 3 minutes and 28 seconds?
It's 9.1 megabytes.
Cool.
Close enough. This is a song featuring Lisa Sinner, Out of the Ruins.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are they doing, real quick? Do they have a band going?
They
Out
do.
there? 'Cause they moved out to
they're
Toronto,
playing.
right?
They're playing the last 3 Endo shows.
Oh, fuck yeah.
We've invited them to play the last few shows with us. They've become good friends of not just Endos, but Exes For Eyes as well.
Yeah.
So they moved to Toronto, and as soon as they moved there, we got Lisa on the record. It's like, so you're like an hour away? Come get on the record. So she did. She
mic's
killed
hot.
it. She
Yeah.
killed it.
No, yeah, fucking A. And you're going to hear it now. So, and then you're going to hear the outro song, Get the Fuck Off Our Bus by Oh Shit. So, thanks a lot for being here, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Much
Thank you for
appreciated.
having us, Nate and Nancy.
Safe
Thank
travels.
you very much.
A pleasure.